So now let's look into the IaC topology. So in a cloud infrastructure, IaC infrastructure as code is divided into several topologies. So the first one is the deployment and provisioning of the infrastructure. So here basically the deploying the applications and then provisioning a new, basically deploying and provisioning new types of infrastructure, as we have seen in our previous examples, in our previous slides. Those were the languages that we use, and those were the tools that we use to deploy and provision new infrastructure. Then the second one is the server configuration and templating. So here in the server configuration, what kind of tools are required, what services to be installed, and how the server to be maintained, and all these configuration, and how can we template the same server, how can you use that server, existing server as a template, and create more servers, and these kind of things will be done. And then the containerization, so the most important one, how can you run an application using containerization technology, how can you run using microservices. So that's what the containerization. And the fourth one is the configuration and deployment in Kubernetes. So nice. So you wanted to deploy your application using microservices. When you have a microservices, you will have a lot of containers. So how can you run all the containers together with a normal Docker and a normal Docker swarm and these kind of things? It's not possible to run a multi-level, multi-containers. So for that reason, we need a container orchestration tool. So that's what our Kubernetes is.